Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, where today we're going to be talking about UFC 259, what I think is going to happen, the best guys to bet on, or women to bet on, and who's going to win every fight. Before we start this, I'm going to pronounce a lot of these names wrong because they look very hard to read. I do not mean any disrespect because these people will break me in half. So yeah, let's get right into it. Our first fight that we're going to go into is Thiago Santos versus Alexander Rakic. Santos is plus 135, while Rakic is favored at minus 160. Now, I do not know a lot about these fighters, but I looked into them, and I realized that Thiago Santos is one of the scariest looking people that I've ever seen. He looks like if you do not run your lunch money, he will straight up throw you in your locker. Rakic is a very talented fighter, but this man looks like he will bite his toes off if he says something about his mother. So that's why I have Santos. He's just stone cold, man. I would not want to look at this man in the ring and fight him for any amount of money. So that's why I'm going with Santos at plus 135. Now, this guy's name is very hard to read, so Islam Makhachev is who I have winning this fight at minus 130. He's fighting Drew Dober at plus 300. Drew Dober is 23-9, while Islam Makhachev is 18-1. Makhachev is a great fighter. He knows what's up, especially with his beard. I mean, look at that man's beard. Drew Dober does not have a beard. If you don't have a beard in the UFC, you're not winning a fight, I guess. I mean, that doesn't go for women's fighters unless Amanda Nunes or something like that has a beard. I never saw Ronda Rousey with a beard, but this is getting off topic. Yeah, Makhachev is just a great fighter. I think he can outfight Drew Dober, and that's why he's favored so heavily. And yeah, that's why I'm going with him. Next fight we're going to is champion Petr Yan, 15-1, fighting Aljamain Sterling at 19-3, the challenger to the champion Petr Yan. Petr Yan is minus 120, while Aljamain is plus 100. Aljamain's one of my personal favorite fighters from what I've seen of him. I'm a big Sean O'Malley and McGregor guy, but I saw this guy step into the ring and it reminded me a lot of championship caliber fighters. This man looks like he can take over the bantamweight division and keep it to himself for a long time. So that's why I have Aljamain Sterling upsetting Petr Yan at plus 100. This next one I do not really need to explain. It's Amanda Nunes. But first, Megan Anderson. Megan Anderson has looked promising, but Amanda Nunes at minus 1,100. 1,100 versus Anderson, who's plus 700. Nunes is known as the best woman fighter to ever fight and one of the scariest UFC fighters I've personally seen. When I saw her fight Ronda Rousey, I thought she was going to get crushed, but it was only the beginning for Amanda, and she has proven why she's one of the best ever to ever be in the UFC since. I think they should start putting her against men because this just is not fair. Now, this is the big fight that everybody's been waiting for. Isreal Adesanya at 20-0, fighting Jan Blachowicz at 27-8. I probably pronounced that way wrong, but I'm sorry if I did. So I'm just going to call him Jan because I think I'm right with that at least. Jan is coming in as the champion. Now, Adesanya is minus 240, which doesn't really make sense to me. I don't think that somebody who isn't the champion should be favored like that. Blachowicz is plus 200, but I think he's gonna honestly pull this off. I know Adesanya's 20-0, but he's only due to lose. My man pulls out the death note every once in a while, though, so you never know. Jan reminds me a lot of one of my personal favorites, who actually got me into the UFC, Kimbo Slice. Just the hands he has can honestly put a man into another universe. If you took a hit that this man has in the face, just look at him, man. Look at him and tell me he isn't one of the most scary people in the UFC. He beat Cormier last, I believe, and he's just an unbelievable fighter that can very well challenge Adesanya. So we'll see what happens, but that's my personal opinion, and the most sense it makes to me to pick the champion, honestly. I know Adesanya is 20-0 again, but we'll see what happens. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. Subscribe, because I do talk about all sports. Usually more than other football and basketball, but I always cover the big UFC events like this one coming up tomorrow. I believe when I record this, it'll be the day of, but I haven't slept and it's 4 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed. As always, join the Discord if you want to have a conversation. As always, again, I always respond to the comments. All of them will be responded to. If you want to have a little conversation down there, I will gladly talk to you about UFC and what my opinions are, and I'll hear you out on what you think and why you think I'm either right or wrong. Thank you guys for spending your time here today, and as always, keep on keeping on.